pimps, power, and pretty ladies. This is Black's History Month, a 28-day celebration of Black exploitation films. Yeah, who's the man that would risk his neck for his brother man? Whoever he is, he's one bad mother. Well, you already know. You've heard it a million times. I'm talking about Shaft. When I say Shaft, I know a lot of people think about the TV show, but before that, Shaft started as a 1971 movie. Shaft was directed by Gordon Parks, who was mostly known for his iconic photography and documentaries on the life of poor blacks during the 40s through the 70s. He's one of the most iconic photographers ever, and used his notoriety and success to produce and direct the first Shaft movie. Shaft stars Richard Roundtree as the titular character John Shaft. He's a private investigator, I think, but his actions seem to go far beyond what a usual private investigator does. He's not afraid to kick some ass when the situation calls for it. Legality be damned. His look is so smooth. So 70s. With that leather jacket and that trademark mustache, he just gives off don't mess with me energy. All credit for that goes to Parks, who insisted that the look be a certain way after the studio tried to get Roundtree to cut off his mustache. I can't even imagine him without it. The story goes like this. A local gangster named Bumpy Jonas, who's a not quite subtle enough nod to real life gangster Bumpy Johnson, asked Shaft to help him find his kidnapped daughter. You would think a phone call would suffice, but Bumpy sends his goons over to abduct Shaft. I guess that was the plan? I don't know what the ultimate plan was, but it does not go how they thought it would. Look at that. He just let that dude fly right out of the window to his death. He doesn't even get so much as a slap on the wrist for it. Shaft does agree to take the job, for a substantial amount of money of course, and spends a large portion of the movie gathering clues and additional forces to track down and figure out just who took Bumpy's daughter. I have to give the movie credit for maintaining its focus. It doesn't deviate far from the main narrative at all, and when it does, it quickly gets back on track. It's kind of a slow burn, and there's not much action in it until the end, but it's Shaft's charisma and all-around badassery that carries it. Nobody messes with Shaft, not even Bumpy's men.
But listen, Snow White. Me and you gonna tangle sooner or later.
Why don't you stop playing with yourself, Willie? You ain't gonna do shit.
There's a little humor here and there, but it's mostly misses. Like this one joke that comes from a girl that Shaft takes home from the bar. He comes back home to find her still in his bed, which by the way, he's a better man than me. And he tells her to hit the bricks. She's none too happy about it, and her response is,
Hey, baby, please close the door, huh?
Close it yourself, shitty.
They keep trying to get this joke over for the rest of the movie, but it just doesn't work.
Close it yourself, shitty. Looks like you're gonna have to close it yourself, shitty.
Yeah, just stick to the action, Shaft. Everything about it is just so stylish, and you could tell that Gordon Parks really had an eye for environments. He insisted that the movie be shot in New York, because otherwise it just wouldn't look right, and the mood would be totally off. He was right. The atmosphere of the different neighborhoods really comes through on the screen, and it's helped by a classic soundtrack by Isaac Hayes. The music is so good and iconic that Isaac Hayes won an Academy Award for it, becoming the first black man to do so for a movie score, and only the third black man period to win one. If you ever listen to the soundtrack, then chances are you've heard most of the songs numerous times over the years, either through hip-hop samples or commercials. Shaft's theme song is one of the most famous songs ever made, easily. It goes without saying that Shaft was a major success, grossing over $12 million on a $500,000 budget, and spawned 2 sequels in the 70s, as well as 2 additional sequels in 2000 and 2019. I think it's safe to say that man Shaft is one bad mother